Okay. Guys, today's session is going to be another important session. I'll be covering a little bit, not little bit, I'll be covering up absolute value inequality, and then we'll jump onto some problems. Absolute value inequality is very, very important stuff. Not just for your SAT. You can say algebra 1, algebra 2. When you study, it's all interlinked. Okay, let's try to see what are the basic rules that we have to understand about absolute value inequality, right? We have taken a small example in the previous session. What was that example? Probably something like this: 3x minus 1, like this, 3x minus 1 absolute value greater than 5, something like that. We took this.
Yeah.
Something like this. Now, in this particular example, okay, we concluded something. Okay, what did we conclude? In this particular example, we said if this kind of scenario arises, we will always say a less than and a less than sign, and then put this 3x minus 1 in between. And then we'll say this is less by minus 5 and greater by plus 4. Is it fair enough?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you can also say, am I freezing quite a lot, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you keep freezing up.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on today. Let's see, if this problem rises too much, then I'll restart my system. Okay, but hopefully sometimes it auto fixes. Okay, let's try to see how bad it becomes. Okay, now in general, let's put that as rule. How? I'm going to remove this and make it like absolute value less than n is a constant and absolute value greater than n. Okay. Now, I have tried to teach and explain the outcome of these two. It's like it becomes too brainstorming, and the discussion normally continues, and students get confused quite a lot. So I want to try another method. I am directly going to give you the result this time, and I will let you guys think whether the result matches that absolute value or not. I don't want to explain how it is coming. I want to simply write that and say that whether it is valid or not. You will have to say, okay? If absolute value less than n, then I want to remove the absolute value altogether. I will say minus n less than x less than n in this particular case. Okay. In this particular case, I would say same thing. Here it is going to be negative n. Confusion. If you are thinking how it came, how it didn't come, don't go in that path. Just think that assume some values basically, and see if those values that you are trying to make up validates this inequality or not. I will help you out. Absolute value is less than n. Let's take x as and n as 4. Okay. In this particular case, if n is equals to 4, then 3 is less than 4, valid number. 2 is less than 4, valid number. 1 is less than 4, valid number. minus 1, because it will become an absolute value, is less than 4, valid number. Minus 2, valid number. Minus 3, valid number. Are all these valid numbers?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, it's got blocked by this thing, but let me, somebody wants to see it, I can remove this logo for a moment. Oh, sorry. Can you see it now?
Yeah.
Yes.
So now pick any value and see if this works for this inequality.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah, for the list of values, it works.
It works. It works.
Now, look at the right hand side. Think of any value for n and equivalent x values, and then see, plot down your values and see if this works or not. For example, n is equals to 2, x is maybe 3, 4, continuous, and then minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, continuous. Are we okay with this? But
Yeah.
any value in between this will not work. Will not work. Are we clear?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Makes sense? Yes?
Yes.
Does it make sense? So my law is validated in both the cases. My theory is validated. Can I say that?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. If you want to draw this on the number line, okay, let's say this is 1, 2, 3, like this, this is n, positive n. Okay. And positive n plus 1, whatever it continues. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, negative of n. And then here it continues. So if you point out this particular graph, okay, particular expression on the number line graph, you will see that the graph is like this. This number line graph looks like this. Are we good?
Yes.
Similarly, if you want to draw this one, what is going to happen is 0. Let's say this is n, positive n. This is negative n. Then the graph will be starting from here towards the end, starting from here towards the end. Are we clear? There is no value in between. Please note it down. But anything beyond this is applicable in this case. Are we following? Not following?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So this particular scenario that you just saw is actually called conjunction. Okay. And this one is called disjunction. Okay. So very, very important concept for absolute value inequality. Conjunction and disjunction. Okay. Now, there could be very, very easy type of question that may come up for these kind of problems. For example, just a very simple example. 2x minus 1 absolute value, okay, less than 7. I want to find out all the x. I want to find out all the x. First of all, looking at this, you have to determine whether this is going this route or this route? Left one or right one? Akash, which route? Anupriya, which route? Nidhi, which route? Devak, Sarah,
It's going the route where negative n is less than x, which is less than n.
Aradhana, Kaustubh, Aditi Kumar,
Yeah, I agree with
Conjunction.
her.
Yeah.
It's
Sai Purnima.
conjunction.
I'm not
Deepshita.
really,
Yes, Sai.
I'm not really sure yet. I'm still thinking.
Look at this absolute value inequality. Which form is it taking? Expression less than something. Okay. You have learned two types of expression. Number one type of expression is this. Number two type of expression is this. Which expression does it look like?
To the left.
Karthik, which expression does it look like?
Conjunction, the left one.
Rohan, which expression does it look like?
Conjunction.
Okay. It's going to take the left path or the right path. Ishan Mandalawala. Sorry for pronunciation. Ishan sir. Ishan, you are there. If you are not answering to my call out, from my views, you are not present. I am here, then please tell me, sir. Able to speak? Ishan, which? I'm still waiting. Which route? Ishan, please fix your mic. Anupriya,
Yes.
which one should I take? Left one, right one? Or you are like kind of hazy, not clear? I will clear you.
Can you
Make-
help me clear it?
Okay. We learned two types of absolute value inequality versions. Two types. One with less than, one with greater than. Is it okay?
Yes.
In these two types, I told that I am going to give you the result. Not going to explain how it is coming. What is the result? From here, you come down to this. Why I should come down to here? Because I don't want this absolute value. This is always a problem. So this is algebraic representation using no absolute value. Are we clear, Anupriya?
Yeah.
This expression boils down to this one.
Mm.
Why this? The difference, what is the difference? Here you have bars, absolute value represented. Here, algebraic. Are we clear?
Yes.
For this one, how you validate it? You validated that x can be this values.
Yeah.
Okay. And n can be taken as 4. Okay. And you said, sir, yes, this looks okay. It validated. Right?
Mm.
Similarly, for this one, we took value as 2, n equals to 2. And then x is equals to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and continuous, and minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. Everything is valid because it's an absolute value, right?
Yes.
So you said that if I combinedly all these, if I write it like this, it is okay. Fine.
Hmm.
Two versions. This version is called conjunction. This version is called disjunction.
Okay.
Now, I gave you an expression. Absolute value less than 7. Okay.
Mm.
Which face it look like? The left brother or the right brother?
Left one.
Devak.
I think it's the left one.
Why, sir?
Because it's less than, and the expression above says less than.
Sai Purnima, are you clear, Sai Purnima?
Yeah, it's the left one.
Okay, are you absolutely clear on the logic? Rohan Shiva, Danny,
Yeah, it would be conjunction because it has the same sign. It's less than.
Yes,
Sarah,
it would be conjunction.
Latik. Latik, you there? Latik, you there? I have to. Okay, Latik is not there. Okay, so Latik goes away. Okay, go on. Anybody else? Akash,
Yeah, I would say it's the first one.
first one, right? So everybody understood why it is toward the left. Everybody got it, right? So to solve this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to directly make use of this. So if I make this direct use, can I simply say that this 2x minus 1 is basically nothing but this is the algebraic expression for it? Please think of it very, very carefully.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
I
correct.
think that's how you do it.
Wait, so didn't you explain last class? Like, oh, I think you're gonna teach the next part. Like, we add the 1 to.
Well, you come to that. Is it okay, first of all?
Yeah.
Anybody wants to say, no, sir, I think you did a small mistake here or something? Are we clear?
Yeah.
I will add plus 1 all the sides. Becomes minus 6 less than 2x less than 8. I will divide this entire expression by 2. This becomes minus 3 less than x less than 4. Okay, this is the result. I will draw a number line. Okay, I'll put 0 here, 1 here, 2 here, 3 here, 4 here, 5 here, and then minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Now, from this expression, x is greater than minus 3. I will start from here. I will say this is going towards this side, greater than minus 3. This expression is done. This part is done. Next part is x is less than 4. From here to back. So now if you see, your actual resultant outcome is from here to here is your domain. Clear, not clear, semi-clear, half clear?
Clear.
It's clear.
I'm clear.
Now, with this conjunction and disjunction rule, isn't this kind of equation becoming a piece of cake? No. Yes.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a lot of things.
the rules.
Do you think there is anything in this type of equations solving this?
No.
As long as you remember the rule,
Yeah.
isn't it? As long as you remember the rule, there is no, it's becoming very easy, isn't it? Anybody has any doubts? For absolute value inequality, please. Anybody has any doubts, please? So far. Okay, very good. Nobody has any doubts. Okay, very nice. Okay.
So can I take a picture of the board?
I'm going to
Can you
clean the
make a
board.
question? Can you move the question so I can take a screenshot?
Yes, please. Please, if anybody wants to take a screenshot, please go ahead. It's a very good summarized version. Somebody wants to take it, I'm going to clean up the board.
Thank you.
I think I know this, like the answer.
Would you be able to explain it, Kostu?
Yeah.
Others, please.
Yeah, I think I have it.
Yeah, I think I understood how to solve it.
Okay, others, please. Anybody wants to say, sir, I may know it, but I still need some
Yeah.
clarification.
Me
Yeah,
too.
this one, I can explain this.
Yeah.
Who can explain this? Karthik, I'll give you a chance. Go ahead.
Well, so first you have to set this equal to 0, and because you want the absolute value by itself, you say n minus 1 is by itself on the left side equals to -1. And you said if anything, if absolute value is equal to -1, there's no solution, so it's D.
Okay, others, please. Who wants to go next?
Yeah, I was gonna say the
I
same.
can go.
Okay. Ikshita, Ishan. Ikshita, Ishan. Anybody having audio problems again? Guys, you need to keep your audio issues aside, please. Ikshita, yes.
I'm thinking.
Okay. Devak, Bhumika, Rohan.
I agree with
I would
whoever explained it the first time.
Yeah, I would also agree with them because an absolute value can't be.
Okay. Anybody who is not clear, absolutely clueless, I'll give you a hint here. When you have a absolute value +1, any absolute value +1, you know that absolute value cannot be 0. No, I mean to say absolute value of anything cannot come as outcome as a negative term. And this whole expression can only become 0 only and only if absolute value of n minus 1 is a negative one. Am I okay? Are we good?
Okay.
I repeat,
Yeah.
Yeah.
this whole expression can only become 0 only and only when the absolute value of n minus 1, absolute value of n minus 1 is equals to -1. Is that possible? Absolute
No.
value of anything
It's
as
not
-1 positive is
Not-
possible, not
not-
possible. So D is the answer. Done. Are we clear? Anybody still needs any explanation? Are we clear? Some yes, no, please. Yes, I'm clear.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm clear.
Yes.
Anybody who is not clear, please call it out now. Today, I am dealing with the absolute value equation and inequality as a last session for today. So
Wait, so
we'll
you
practice.
said if an absolute value, say n minus 1 equals 0, you said that's the only
N
one
minus 1 is -1. How will the entire expression will become 0? Think about this expression first. Only when +1 has a -1 together, right?
Yes.
Am I clear? So absolute value of n minus 1 has to become 0 for that. -1, right?
Right.
Will it become -1 anytime? Not quite clear, Karthik. You want to show in the board?
Yeah, could you show it in the board one?
Yes, of course I can show. See, the expression is just a logical expression, okay? It is given as this is n minus 1, okay, +1. And this is, they are saying this is equals to 0. Oh, fine, this is equals to 0. But how will it become 0? Only when this becomes a -1 and +1 is already here from down. And then they cross over and then they become 0, right? This is the only way.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Now think of like whether absolute value n-1 can become -1.
No, I get it. I get it logically. I get it now. Okay.
Are we clear? Okay, please feel free to ask questions. Even if you are not clear, I will put that on the board. Plus, but don't omit it. Don't say, oh, my friend is clear, I'm also clear. Don't be in that mode, please. Okay, please feel free to ask questions. Okay. How many of you think that, sir, we can? I think we did this already, right?
Yeah, we did this.
Okay, I'm going to jump on to the next one. We did this one also. We did this one also. And let me touch base with this one also we did. I think this one also we did. These are all discussed. Okay. This is a problem. Oh, let's see. How many of you think that, okay, so this is a doable problem?
Yeah, I think this is a doable problem.
I think this is
This is
I think it's
doable.
Key idea behind it.
It's doable.
What is the key idea behind it?
The key idea is that you have to be able to solve a absolute value expression equal to a constant. And then you have to know that there's two solutions and the answer is the difference of the two solutions.
Okay. Aditi Kumar, you're trying to say something?
No, I was just agreeing with him.
Latik. Latik, this is the second time I'm calling your name.
Oh, he put it in the chat earlier that his mic wasn't working today.
Was it Latik or somebody else?
Yeah, it's him. He said his mic is his mic is not working.
Latik, okay. Who else? There's one more person I don't know. Okay. Sai Purnima.
Yes.
Yes. Doable, not doable problem, man. What is your
I think I can do it, but I just may need like a little help along the way.
okay? Okay. Any idea? How do you do that? How do you approach that?
Yeah, that's where I'm like a little
Okay.
confused.
Okay. How many of you think in similar way as Sai Purnima? That you need a little help solving this, some clarification. Kaustubh,
I need a little help solving this.
okay.
I think I know how to. So, like you taught us the last time, so you can make two.
Okay, okay. I will come, Kaustubh. Will come. Devak,
I know how to solve this.
okay. Sarah,
I know how to solve this.
yes. Can you explain Sarah to others? What is the key approach here? What is the main idea here?
The key approach is, since it's an absolute value equation that's set equal to constant, you have to create two sets of equations. The first equation being 2x plus 1 is equal to 5. And then the second equation being 2x plus 1 is equal to -5. And then you have to solve both equations. And yeah, you get those answers. And then you have to plug those into A and B. It doesn't matter which one you plug in because you'll still end up with the same answer for A minus B. And yeah, you get 5 if you put it into absolute value.
How many of you getting this?
That's what I did.
Yeah, this is what I got.
That's what I did.
I get it.
Yeah, I got it.
I got 5 and -5. Both are my answers.
No, because it said that you have to put the absolute value
Yeah.
signs around the answer. So
Yeah.
This is what being asked. This is what is being asked. This is what here. +5. This is what being asked. This is what is being asked. This is what is positive. Are we all clear now? Is it a very, very doable problem? Can I say that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anybody wants to take a snapshot, please go ahead. Okay, it's time to deal with something else. Please classify easy, moderate, tough.
I think it's easy.
Easy.
I think based on the rules that you just taught us, I think it's pretty easy.
It's really easy.
Okay, it's conjunction or disjunction.
Easy.
It's disjunction.
Disjunction.
Disjunction. Oh
Disjunction.
no, sorry. Not
Conjunction.
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 Conjunction
sorry about
rule
that, it is conjunction.
has straight cut
Conjunction.
expression.
Yeah. it's
Conjunction rule has
conjunction.
straight cut exemption, right? It will say 2x minus 1 less than equals to 9 greater than equals to minus 9. If it is conjunction, you guys have told me it's a conjunction. I said okay. Yeah, this is conjunction. Am I okay? Am I doing it correctly?
Yeah, that's what I.
Yeah.
As I told you, that is like a treat this as a formula. I see it as a conjunction, I will put this. I will not apply any more brains. I don't need much of brain actually. Am I doing it correctly? Am I following the rules correctly? You think of that one first. Yes or no?
Yeah, you're doing the rule.
Yes.
Perfect fine.
Adding both sides. Going to be minus 8. And dividing both sides.
That's what I got.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Now I want to ask you this. If you have not studied inequalities, absolute value inequalities before, do you think that without that information that you got today, you would have been able to do this problem or not?
No.
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 Definitely not.
Probably
No.
not.
But after you understand the rules, is it like a piece of cake, like 3 lines?
Yeah.
Well, it
The
is.
Yeah.
rule
because
is so easy.
conjunction and
The rules are very
disjunction.
simple.
So guys, I'm telling you, inequalities, if you have noted down the rules properly, I don't think you are going to get stuck somewhere. It's very difficult. Yes, of course. If you try something like very difficult ones, let me tell you how. There will be inequalities if you practice like this: x minus 5 multiplied by x minus 3 less than equals to 0. And it's not going to be, sir, I can do anything and formulate it. Algebraic inequalities rules that you have studied. Okay. These are special cases. I have not specifically gone ahead to teach you these special cases. And trust me, I can explain this, but this explanation of this particular scenario itself will take 15 minutes. And you are not going to get it inside. That much I can promise you. But as much as you go up in the ladder in your grade level, you have to study this. Because that's a very special.
Will questions like that be on the ACT?
ACT, you may be seeing that.
Okay.
ACT math standard is a little up than SAT. I'm not denying that. You can very well check the papers. ACT standard of math. Math is a little like it's a core math in ACT. You probably have straightforward 50 questions, I guess. I don't remember ACT. I tried to take the batch for ACT, but seems like in US, the most popular exam people wants to score on is SAT. I don't know, somehow ACT is not something.
Well, that here depends more on the region. Like in my state, ACT is given a lot more like preference. But in like other states, it's SAT. So that depends on what region you're in.
Oh yeah, that's a good point, Aditi. By the way, Aditi, if you don't mind, which state are you from?
Oh, I'm from Ohio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so in Ohio, we do a lot more ACT.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, it's the same case for me. I'm from Oregon, and the ACT, at least in my school, gets a lot of preference over the SAT because it includes science.
Yeah, the school gives us an ACT, but we don't really, they don't give us an SAT. We
Okay.
gotta sign up for
Okay.
that.
So guys, here is the other thing. After our SAT syllabus is over, we may think about covering the rest of. I feel like when I lastly did an exercise between SAT math and ACT math, there was a match of 70% of the mathematics was matching. For example, logarithm is included in ACT. I think so, but logarithm is not there in ACT exam. So I can help you cover some of the aspects of ACT, but let's see, like, how can we do that? Somebody wants to continue, and let's try to cover some ACT related topics as well. We can try that, because I have already had a batch, but there's a very few number of students, so I just left that. I couldn't continue. Okay, but yes, ACT standard of math is definitely limited. But if you really want that, sir, we need guidance on the remaining topics for ACT, please forward those topics to me. I will see if I can try to cover and just make it a program for everybody to offer that. Okay, whoever wants to join, they can continue. Okay, but yes, please, these are very important steps. You should keep these ones in mind. Okay, anybody has any questions so far? Okay, let's see some more examples, guys. I want to make sure that we have a very good knowledge base on these. Sorry, I think I put up the same question.
Yeah, this one's pretty. Yeah, this one's doable.
Yeah, it's doable.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Let me see.
It's doable. This one's also doable.
This one's doable.
Yeah, this one's doable. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this one's
Whoever
doable.
is saying doable, okay, is good enough. Whoever is quiet, ask yourself and give unbiased, what do you call, insignificant, or like, not driven decision that, sir, I can do, I cannot do, or I'm confused.
I can do it, but help.
Yes, of course. Others, please.
I think I know.
Don't go by the flow, guys. Don't go by the flow. Please. Yes, others, please. Anybody who feels that I think I am able to catch some part of it, but not absolutely 100% sure. Latik, Kostu, Latik cannot speak. Okay. Devak, Ishan.
Yeah, I can do it.
Okay.
I think I can do it, but I might be wrong.
Okay. Sarah.
I can do it.
I can do it.
Okay, Sarah, I'll let you speak. What is your opinion about this?
Okay, so basically, if you look at 5x minus 2 and 30x minus 12, you can see that there's a kind of a ratio factor between them of a factor of 6. So to solve this, I would multiply both sides by 6. So 5x minus 2 times 6 and 7 times 6, which is 42.
Okay, you are saying that you should multiply it with 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if I multiply it with 6, it becomes 30x minus 12. 6 5 the 30, 6 to the 12, less than the 42.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Am I done?
And then looking at our answer choices, we see that first we have 42, 42, and then 32, 32. So we can automatically cross off C and D since 32 is not an option. And then since we see that 42 is coming first and then the 30 minus 12 is coming next, we have to like switch the sign and the values. So then it would become 42 is greater than 30 minus 12, which was B.
Everybody agreeing with Sarah?
Yeah, that's what I would do.
I agree.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah.
Everybody agreeing with Sarah? Anybody who disagrees?
I agree.
Okay. Okay. This is a very much doable problem.
This is doable with your rule.
It's
We
Yeah,
can
I think
use,
this is pretty
yeah,
doable
it's
as well,
doable.
since we learned this.
Yeah.
I will let somebody answer on the key thing on this type of problem. Okay, let me pick up. Akash or Anaya, what is the one thing that you should be very careful about, where it falls on in this type of problem? Akash and Anaya. If you don't remember, that's totally fine. Still thinking, not clear.
I'm still thinking.
I'm thinking, yeah.
Abhiram and Anupriya. What is one important factor here in this particular problem?
I'm still thinking. I'm like still trying to grasp it properly.
Would it be that you have to like check at the end?
I didn't call out your name, Akash. Did I?
In the beginning, and I said I was thinking.
Okay, but now your chance is gone. Sorry. Nidhi and Saipun.
I think that the most important thing is just setting two equations and being able to solve, like knowing what the two equations are and being able to solve it.
Okay. Saipurnima, I called out your name.
I'm not really sure.
Okay. Kaustubh and Rohan.
I think that the most important thing to this is realizing that you can split the absolute value of 3x minus 1 into two equations, 3x minus 1 and negative 3x plus 1. And then for both of those, you can make it equal to x plus 5. And then you solve both of those equations like regular algebraic equations. And then you'd find your answer.
Yeah, that's what I would do, but I would check at the end because like both sides have x in it.
Very, very key point, Kaustubh. Thank you so much. How many of you do remember that I told you when you have an absolute value expression, a variable expression with an absolute value compared against a expression, algebraic expression, we had solved a problem, we got two values, and then finally we saw that when you backtracked for one of the values, you saw that one is working and another one is not working. Do we remember that from the previous class?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
So what is the key factor you would do in this case also? You'd solve it. You'll get two values, but the use case always says that you, in these situations, you'll always backtrack and see whether you have got the true values or not, because that's very dicey. Am I clear or no?
Yeah.
Do you all
Yeah.
remember that use case? I
Yeah.
think
Yes.
if you scroll out some books, you will find something by the word extraneous solution. Extraneous something.
Yeah, extraneous solution.
And they are fancy words. I'm not like really fan of those fancy words, but you go through it, you will learn. I think probably that is what they're talking about. I have taught you in some layman terms, but this is essentially these extraneous solutions. Simple. You find it one value, it's a dicey value. This use case gives you dicey solutions. You have to validate it back. That's it. Okay? Are we clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, this is doable.
Yeah, this is definitely doable.
Okay. Others,
Yeah.
please. Others, please.
I think it's doable.
I think it's
Please.
doable.
Definitely doable.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Anybody who wants to explain how it should be done?
Oh, I can explain.
Go ahead.
So, because you can see a proportion there, like 6x minus 9y is greater than 12. So you can just divide everything by 3. So which will equal 2x minus 3y is greater than 4.
Okay.
Which is B, I think. Yeah, B.
How many of you agree
Yeah, that's what I do.
I agree.
I agree. I
I
agree.
agree.
Sure. Okay. Okay, guys. So you can see that SAT questions are pretty much doable. Now let's raise our standard a little bit more. I will try to give you some problems, which is a little bit more, I would say, tricky in nature, not tough. And they are all rule based. There's nothing that I am doing here. If you understand the rule, you know how to solve it. I don't have to speak.
I think this is doable because I think we have to like make it into an equation, and then, but I don't know if I'm correct or wrong.
Thank you. Come to you. Others.
I have an idea on how to do it. I think you gotta like.
Sure, Aditi, go ahead.
If we get like, oh, we're trying to find x minus y. Actually, I'm gonna think for a little bit more before I say anything.
Okay.
I remember that we did something similar to this when we were learning the subtraction rules for inequalities. It's like you'd have to like flip the sign for the 3 is less than y is less than 5.
Bhumika, thank you, Jeta. Thank you. Bhumika, Karthik.
I think you could just subtract.
Bhumika, please, a little louder, please.
I think you could subtract the two equations, like do the 2 minus x minus 5 and subtract it by 3 minus y minus 5, but do each like individual number on the opposite sides of the inequality by itself.
Can we do that? Are we forgetting something before that? Please think about it, Bhumika. There is a step that you need to do before it. There is a rule that has to be applied before we think of subtracting inequalities, isn't it? Please go through your notes. Please try to remember that.
Yeah, we're supposed to like make sure they're the opposite side.
I'll come to you, Aditya. I'll come to you. Aradhana, Kaustubh, Akash.
Yeah, I remember doing these problems, but I'm like trying to find it in my notes.
Okay.
But like I can't find it.
Okay. Who else wants to go ahead? Anybody who wants to actually
to subtract, because that's one of the rules for subtraction.
One of the rules for subtraction. Okay.
I think I have an idea.
Oh, Sai, I'll come back to you.
Okay.
Yes. You were saying something. Sai, you were saying something. No, not Sai. Somebody was speaking.
I was
Aradhana, yes. Aradhana, go ahead.
I was just saying that you have to switch the signs.
How do I switch the signs now?
You can say 5 is, for y, you can say 5 is greater than y, which is greater than.
Can I say? Are you sure I can say?
Think to switch the signs.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Karthik or somebody else.
I remember where if 5 is greater than x and 5 is less than x.
Whoever was willing to just explain this. Sai, was it you?
Yeah, I mean, I have an idea. I think we did this. So now we put x minus y in the middle, like, and then I think we do. I think we subtract everything. So we make both of them. We like switch. Actually, we don't. I think we don't need to switch signs for this. One sec. Let me think. Yeah, I think we don't need to switch sign. I don't know. 1 second.
Who else wants to go ahead? Whoever is very confident.
Can I
Get
try?
her on US. Nidhi, yes, go ahead, please. Yes.
So I would just switch the 3 is less than y is less than 5 to make it 5 is greater than y, which is greater than 3. And then I would do that rule where it's just like 2 minus 5 is greater than x minus y, which is greater than 5 minus 3. And then you would just simplify it to be negative 3 is greater than x minus y, which is greater than 2.
Everybody agrees with Radhana?
That's what I was going to say.
Nidhi, sorry.
That the signs are supposed to be flipped, no? It's supposed to follow the first equation.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
The signs have to follow the first equation.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Pretty
think
sure.
so.
Pretty sure that's what you told us.
Supposed to follow the first equation.
Did I tell
Like,
you?
like the
Oh,
Tom
yeah,
and Jerry
yeah,
rule,
it
the Tom
is.
and Jerry, Tom, I remember. Tom and Jerry.
Yeah.
That's how I
Very
remember.
good. Very
Yeah,
good.
it's the first one, sorry.
Nidhi, you have to remember from word is very important. Which inequality you are subtracting from which, right? So
Yeah,
let's
I
say
forgot about that Tom and Jerry thing.
Tom and Jerry.
Wait,
Oh.
what is the Tom and Jerry thing?
Okay, Aditi, somebody please explain that one. Please go in an easy way to explain this. Anybody wants to really explain Aditi what?
No, I know the rule. I just want to know what Tom and Jerry thing is.
Well, the Tom and Jerry thing was whoever's chasing is always comes second. So if, say the first one is Tom and the second one is Jerry, Tom is always first, so you always have to follow the Tom sign. Or vice versa, Jerry's always first, you always have to follow Jerry's sign.
Oh, you know what? That makes sense. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks for remembering Tom and Jerry. Okay, so important stuff. You subtracted equation 2 from equation 1. Okay, that is the most important. Equation 2 getting subtracted from equation 1. So, who is Tom and who is Jerry in this case? Anything. Let's take this is Tom and this is Jerry. Okay. So, Tom is at the front and Jerry is behind. Tom is the winner. Is that now fine?
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
Everybody. Okay. One last problem, a model problem for the day. Very, very important model problem for the day. And I would say, like, fairly, if you understand the rules, guys, I'm telling you, there shouldn't be any problem where you are like clueless. That shouldn't be happening. But don't go for like really tough ones. That is not only. That is where we have to see. Okay. The question is minus 5c minus 7 less than equals to 8. Okay. What is the least possible value? What I'm asking, what is the least possible value of 15c plus 7? I'm looking for least possible value. I know we have been a bit over here, but yes, that should be our last problem. Okay. Anybody has any clue they want to try?
I have a clue.
I think
I have a clue. I'm just like writing it down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
Just
I
you
think I
don't
know
have to
what it
solve
is.
it really. I want what is your justification? How should I proceed?
Never
I
mind.
want your
I forgot.
explanation. How do you approach?
From anybody?
Yes, go ahead, Karthik. Go ahead.
Well, first you'd add 7 to both sides, and then you divide by -5, so you have to flip the sign. And then because it has the equal to sign, then you have to just use that number, whichever number you get, and plug it in. That's it.
Okay. Others, please.
Yeah, that's what I
I
got.
would do the same thing, but instead of dividing by -5, I would just divide by -1. And because 5 and 15, you just multiply by 3 and then
Okay.
add 7.
Okay. Others, please. Anybody else has any other different opinion?
Well, I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Anybody who can explain Nidhi again? Somebody, Karthik, you want to explain to Nidhi once again? What was your approach?
Yeah, you just add 7 to both sides, and then you have to divide both sides by -5. So when you do that, you have to flip the sign, and then whatever answer you get, because it has equal to sign, you have to just plug that in. That's the lowest value.
Oh, yeah, okay, thank you.
Okay. Guys, in this particular situation, I have a different opinion. The way that you have mentioned, it's definitely solvable, but I always seen that as a risky approach. Risky in the sense, you may get stuck. So when an expression is given and these kind of problems do come, you should always think that how can I evaluate the expression directly from the given expression? I don't want to evaluate what is seen. I want to get the entire expression. This is how I would approach. I will multiply it with -1 both sides. This will become not multiplied by this, -3. This will become positive 15c. This will become positive 21. And this will become -24. Now, my target is to make this 15c plus 7. I'm going to subtract 13 from both sides. 15c plus 21 minus 13. Because 21 minus 13 will give me 7. No, not 7. 14. 14, yes. Will give me this expression. I subtracted both sides.
I have a question. Do you flip
I'll
the
come
sign?
I'll come to you, Karthik. I know what you're going to ask. Plus 7 less than equals to negative of 38.
Wait, but what shouldn't we have to like flip the sign when we do the -3 multiplication?
Yeah, we had to flip the sign because you multiply by -3.
Yeah.
Okay. How many of you say so?
I agree.
Yeah, I
You
agree
do
with
want to
that.
flip the sign, but that won't change the minimum value. But like, it's wrong if you don't flip the sign.
If it's wrong if you don't flip the sign, basically.
Well, does this inequality has a minimum value?
No.
So, if you don't change the sign, you are absolutely wrong. Because your sign will give you some conclusions here. Because what is asked? Least minimum value. What is the least minimum value in this particular scenario?
-infinity.
Negative infinity. Very good, Akash. But if you would have done it in the right way, which some people skipped, of course, and then realized later. Thanks for whoever realized it. Now you have a proper minimum sign, proper minimal value. Greater than or equals to -38. Now am I making sense?
Right, so then -38 be the minimum value.
-38 is the minimum value of this expression.
Oh, don't you have to subtract 7?
No, it's 15c plus
15c plus 7?
This is the value I wanted. So I subtracted both sides by 14 already.
So 14 will be the minimum value?
21 minus 14 is what?
7.
This is the expression I wanted.
Right.
-38 I got.
Okay.
What I didn't do, I just didn't flip the sign. That's all I did wrong, right?
Yeah.
Is this the answer?
I think
Yes.
so. Yeah.
So the minimum value, least possible value of this expression is what? Least possible value.
-38.
Anything wrong with this?
No.
Yes, there is nothing wrong. Okay. Okay, guys. We are a little bit over. Okay, but I am happy that we were able to wind up the inequalities. And guys, trust me, you have got the gist of it, and those formulas that you have got. If you remember those, just you shouldn't be actually there shouldn't be any question where it becomes a roadblock. Of course, there will be different.
You're frozen.
Variety, but I think I froze again. So of course there will be other varieties, but yes, please practice. Please look after problems. Some inequalities worksheet has been already assigned. If it is, I think I have assigned, right? Or people don't
Yeah,
see
you
that.
did. You did.
So please cover those. Okay. If somebody wants more problem worksheets, I have more. I can assign them. Okay. Please work through it. We will be starting a new topic on Monday. But guys, please do not leave absolute value equation, inequality, and algebraic inequality like this. Please work on it. You will forget those rules. Okay. Today the questions are easy. Tomorrow, once you forget the rules, the questions will become tough. So please spend some time on those. Try to practice. Make sure that you understand the rules, and then maybe you can close that. Okay. Thank you so much for joining.
Snapshot of
Others
the
can
board.
drop off. Yes.
Can I take a screenshot?
Yes.
Thank you.
Please feel free to drop unless you have something to discuss with me. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you. You
Thank
too.
you.
Thank
Have a nice
you.
weekend.
Thank you.